Hello, it's Tuesdays with Adam at Trans Youth Channel. This week's topic is the importance of having a doctor prescribe your hormones as opposed to do-it-yourself dosages. I apologize for my voice. I have a cold. There are a couple of routes that you can take as far as hormones go. The one that is generally followed is that you go to a therapist. In my case, I saw a gender therapist for about 3.5 months, pretty much on a weekly basis before I began hormones. And I felt that I really needed that. I was glad to have it. I still go to therapy probably about twice a month, just because I find it helpful. I've always found therapy and counseling helpful to me. But some people don't need it. Some people know what they want, and they know what they're getting into, and they are sure about it, and good for them. So that's where informed consent comes in. You can do informed consent hormones. In some places it varies depending on where you live and what the laws are regarding that. But you basically, you're just informed. Implied by informed consent. That's a route that some people take. If you're sure about it and you're gung-ho and you want to be on hormones, then go for it. I found that my process was a little slower to get to that point. I knew that I would eventually want to be on hormones, but I wasn't quite at that point when I began seeing my gender therapist. I still had some hesitations about going on T and what that would mean and what that would do, but after being in therapy and getting to work out a lot of those questions and feelings that I had about T, I was able to come to that decision on my own and feel really good and ready when I started testosterone. Both of those options include the presence of a doctor who will prescribe you a dose. So in my case, I've been on 25 milligrams of testosterone every 2 weeks for about a month. And when I go back in a couple of weeks, I'll have my blood work done and my levels assessed, and then we'll decide on what dosage I should move up to if I'm going to move up. And having that is extremely important for your health and your well-being. I do not recommend doing your own dosage because that can be bad. If any of you watch The Fosters, it's a little cheesy sometimes, but it's a good show. There's a trans character on there who got testosterone from his connection. It was very shady, I guess. And he ended up overdosing on the hormones and had to go to the hospital, and it was a whole big thing. So that's been my only sort of exposure to the dangers of do-it-yourself dosaging for hormones. But it does really sound like a bad idea, doesn't it? Like, you're not a doctor, so maybe listen to the people who are and take the proper steps to ensure that you're able to be on hormones in a healthy and productive way and achieve the effect that you want. A lot of people have this thought that the more testosterone you pump in your body, the faster you'll develop these secondary sex characteristics and these and facial hair, and your voice will get deeper. But really, your dose does need to be regulated and monitored, because when you put too much testosterone into your body, your body can only accept so much testosterone at a time, and so the extra testosterone gets converted to estrogen, which can actually slow your progress. Doing your own dosage, you may actually end up sabotaging your process and setting yourself backwards a few steps, and also putting your health in danger. Find a trans-friendly endocrinologist who will take good care of you. Mine is awesome. He's really great. Please be safe with hormones. This is your life that you're taking into your hands when you take hormones, and you want to make sure that you do it in a way that's going to produce healthy results. So that's my 2 cents. I'm sure that some of the other bloggers on here who have been on hormones for longer than I have will have some more words of wisdom for you. If you want to keep watching these videos, I would encourage you to subscribe to the channel. Give us a like. Come back and see us again. We love having you. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next week.
Hey guys, this is Zara for Trans Youth. And the importance of this week's topic is about